Hi everybody, I'm Frank O'Brien and welcome to robertfranciswine.ie. Today, in the latest of my video blogs, we have something totally different, and to be honest, I've only ever had one or two of these in my life. We're going to have a Tokaji from Hungary. And Tokaji comes from the northern part of Hungary, and it's kind of a controversial thing at the moment, as Tokaji has actually been deemed by the EU that only wine similar to champagne that comes from Tokaji in Hungary can be referred to as Tokaji. Up until recently, we had Tokaji Friulano that used to come from Italy, which is now only be known as Friulano. I have reviewed a number of Friulanos on my website, and if you like Italian whites, they're definitely one that you should check out, but do scroll back through the blog and you'll find them there. But today, on the other side, we're going to taste a Tokaji Harz-Levelű, which is the grape variety here from Tokaji. This is a 2004 vintage and it's described as a semi-sweet one. Now, there are a number of wine styles that come out of Tokaji. The dry ones, there's four, with the grape variety coming up under the name here, the Harz-Levelű. This one is described as semi-sweet, so we're going to have a look at it. I have no idea, I've never tasted this wine. I've just literally, well, I have tasted a little bit just to make sure it wasn't corked before I tried shooting this video. So we're going to have a taste of this wine, see what we think of it, and see, have a bit of a chat about it. Unfortunately, all of the back labels in Hungarian, and I don't speak Hungarian, so we're none the wiser there. Pouring the wine into the glass, there's definitely a golden colour tinge to this wine, and there's a weird kind of it's almost like a slight pinkish hue to the wine, which is actually quite unusual. You don't see it that often in table wines, but there's definitely a slight pinkish hue to it. It's not a rosé, and it's definitely a golden yellow, but there is a slight pinkish hue to the wine, which is an interesting start anyway. And aromatically, this wine actually tastes like someone put a whole load of potpourri in my wine glass. It really does have huge potpourri and but rose petal. There is some lemon in there too. There's always lemon in white wine, but there's definitely some rose petals and a whole pile of potpourri. I'm not that familiar with what flower petals actually go into potpourri, so if rose petals are in potpourri, I apologise. Yeah, it's mostly potpourri. There is a slight touch of residual sugar actually in the background. You can smell it a little bit. But overall, it's quite a floral nose actually, the wine. There's no whole lot else going on the nose, but it is predominantly floral. And those floral notes really do come through onto the palate. Yeah, it's pretty much just potpourri. There's a slight touch of maybe the slightest touch of a talcum powder component in the background, but not 100% convinced on that. And there's a slight kind of honeyed characteristic to the wine. Overall, I'm not really sure. I don't know where this sits in the whole Tokaji thing as to whether this is a great one or this is not a great one. But I've had better Tokajis before and I've really enjoyed them, whereas this one definitely wouldn't be doing it for me. Yeah, no, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give this wine a miss. I really I don't particularly enjoy it. There's nothing much. I just really feel like I've eaten an entire bag of potpourri with maybe a little bit of vanilla essence or something on top of it. It really is not doing anything for me at all. I'd have to score this wine 67 points. I think it's a poor effort. I think I would hope that nobody would taste this as their first Tokaji ever, because you probably wouldn't go back to the wine style after that. And believe me, the wines that come out of there, they make some absolutely fantastic wines that do come out of the Tokaji region. But I definitely have to give this a miss, and we try again. So unfortunately, on that sad note, but we tried something new, which is always good. We'll see you next time on robertfranciswine.ie.